What screams, "I'm poor, but pretend I'm rich"? My brother always carries a wad of cash in a money clip. He has a $100 bill on the outside, but the rest is all $1. It's all for show. He has no money and lives with my parents. I have a relatively poor friend who doesn't have a TV or anything, but they go around in a several £100 tracksuit and wear fake diamond rings they bought on wish.com, which he tells people are actually real. A buddy of mine went to pretty high-end clubs. There was this Instagram dude constantly shooting pictures with empty expensive bottles that either he requested at the bar or took off the tables. I can't imagine how much of a joke your life has become at that point, lol. My old roommate spent his entire financial aid refund on a Goosey belt because the security guard at the mall assumed he couldn't afford it. Used to work at a 7-Eleven. Once a month for a whole week, this guy would come in with a rented green Cadillac and a very obvious prostitute on his arm. Would flash a wad of money while in the store and make it very specific that he wants $10 on that green Cadillac right there. Co-worker told me he does it with his supplemental security income check. Naming your children after luxury brands. Following/constantly posting stupid entrepreneur shit on Instagram. Also posts pictures of their cubicle and uses sayings such as grinding or let's get this bread. An expensive current year model car parked in front of a low-income apartment complex. I live in some cheap, crappy apartments. There's some dude whose window blinds are all messed up and broken, and the inside of his apartment is disgusting, and there's crap everywhere. He drives a brand new Audi crossover and parks half in the motorcycle parking and half in the handicap parking. Me, telling people I own Bitcoin, but conveniently not mentioning that I only own 0.002 Bitcoins. Bragging about how much money you have. Clothes and accessories with huge logos on them. Posting pictures of new items you purchased on Instagram and stuff. Asking people on Facebook to get in on your Herbalife scheme. Or bragging about how you're going to get rich from crypto, but you keep talking about a different coin every week. I worked a minimum wage job for a long time, and it was crazy to me how many of my co-workers always had the newest iPhone, an expensive Starbucks drink twice a day, and obviously expensive clothes, hair, and makeup. It just all went on credit. However, it is ridiculously expensive to live where I am. $1 million for a 1,000 square foot home built in the 1980s level expensive, and I think the apathy over knowing they will never own a home, no matter how hard they work and save, just leads people to simply buy what gives them that rush of dopamine and makes their day-to-day life more enjoyable. Rent is also super expensive here, about $1,500 a month for a 1-bedroom, about 500 square feet place. It's hard to blame people for spending the little bit of money they have left over at the end of the month on fun things, rather than saving it. Just saw 3 expensive looking cars with tires smoother than a beach ball. For British people, holidays to Dubai. Often the same price as going to Spain, but somehow seen as "flashy and aspirational" despite being a miserable hole built on slavery. Too many times I clean up after evictions and there is empty bottles of Grey Goose, Hennessy, expensive clothes, shoes, many things that, if they just bought cheaper stuff or nothing at all, they would have been able to pay the rent. Driving an old Maserati you bought a few months ago, only to sell it in a few weeks, because you're too poor for the repairs. Talking down to people in service jobs. The cashier, waiter, guy stocking the shelves is not your personal servant, and you don't yell commands at them. One of my friends comes from a generationally wealthy family who has a live-in butler. The family speaks to the butler with the utmost respect. There's a certain professionalism with the butler, doesn't get too close with the family for example, but he was not looked down upon in any way. Anything that reads hustle, loyalty, respect. It's generally good advice, if you have a lot of money, to keep your wealth secret or at least ambiguous, else people try to take advantage of you. Most wealthy people follow that rule, or they learn it pretty quickly. So anyone trying to show wealth is either new to it, or showing more than they have. Thanks for watching the video. For more content like this, please subscribe, like, and share the video and push the notification button.